We are live. We are live. We have good stream health. You guys can hear me. I'm early by a couple minutes. Aha. It's good stream music to wait for the presentation. Anyway, this is for me. This is really the last kind of showcase of the Summer Games Fest. I know PC Gaming Show is coming up. I've been disappointed year after year after year with that showcase, and I'm really not expecting much, or to really be surprised this year. Like, my expectations are at an all-time low for the PC Gaming Show. They might surprise me. I will watch it tomorrow, but I am not completely throwing the idea away that I might just leave like midway through the show if it's really bad. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to this, the Xbox Game Showcase, namely because it's going to be interesting to see what Microsoft's plans are going into 2027. We already know that we're not going to get much information about Project Helix, their next Xbox. They've said this already, that this is not they're not going to talk about their next-gen console. I guess we'll get that later in the year, they said. So I'm thinking either around the Game of the Year awards, or perhaps around Gamescom. That's always an opportunity. But it's going to be interesting because, we're at the tail end of really this generation, allegedly. That's what everyone's kind of pointing towards. I think we still got it. I would like if there was still a couple years to go. I'm not ready kind of throwing the towel with the PS5 and the Series X yet, but these companies really want to do that. Hey, Brett, how's it going? So it's going to be interesting to see what their plans are going into 2027 on Microsoft. And what their game lineup is. Under Phil Spencer, we got all these game cancellations. Perfect Dark isn't happening. We know Fable is coming out next year. And then what's at the end of, I guess Call of Duty technically is from them. Destroy All Monsters Remastered did get confirmed yesterday. I did see a tweet about that. I saw the physical case. I don't have any history with that Godzilla franchise, so the hype is lost on me specifically. Anyway, I just wonder what the game plan is. I think in terms of Phil Spencer leaving and we have Asha Sharma taking over, it would be unfair to basically judge her leadership on this presentation. The reality is that all these plans have been in motion for years. So I don't think we'll really be able to see how much she's affected Xbox until like 2 or 3 years into Project Helix. Because a lot of this stuff has been in planning and development for a very long time, and you can't just, snap your fingers and turn everything around in like a year. That's just not how it happens. Yeah, I'm still putting games on my wish list as well. There's so many. I think I've almost had 300 games on my wish list on Steam. Not all of those are because of this presentation, but there's a lot of stuff on there. It's so easy as well. Like, the Steam app is so user function, just friendly to use, and it's just really seamless, in a way that I just do not find the Xbox and PlayStation apps, at least the mobile apps, as intuitive. Hello, Lloyd. It's good to see you again, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Missed you the last couple streams, but hopefully this is a good one. The Xbox Game Showcase. And Solaver, hello. I won't be able to physically watch the showcase, but I'll be listening to your live stream while I work and hear your reactions and thoughts. Oh, well, thank you for being here, and I appreciate that nonetheless. Anyway, it's just going to be kind of curious. I wonder what the tone is going to be like for this presentation, because, you know, we do have new leadership. I think we'll notice that is like the tone and the messaging of what they're talking about with this presentation is going to be different. But I wouldn't expect to judge any changes or, you know, anything like that. Like I wouldn't expect any noticeable momentum things like that to be noticeable until at least a couple years into the Project Helix life cycle. So like by 2030, maybe 2031, you know, that's when we'll be able to see, okay, what are all these changes actually doing and how are they affecting Xbox? I had a dream I was the main character in a Call of Duty World at War, and it was weird. Well, that is terrifying considering how violent and brutal that game is. I see you too. I was really busy the past couple of days. It's all good. Lots of stuff happening, you know, these last couple of days. I'm glad I was able to at least, you know, do the live streams here. Content on the channel has slowed a lot. I don't really have any, you know, like I was talking about before, there's just, my moods are up and down. So I feel good enough and you know, able to get in front of a camera and do a whole live stream like this. Like, this is fine because it's kind of like an in the moment thing. But creating content's been a lot more difficult for me lately. I do want to get back into it. I am trying. I tried to block out some times to actually work on videos. I did so back in April, and I actually did it again a couple of weeks ago. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give myself like a week, just kind of focus on creating content. And literally every single time I've been doing this, I like get to that week and I start to work on things, and I just like my mood just crashes. So that's why, like, you didn't see an unboxing for 007 First Light. I would have loved to have done that, but I was like emotionally not ready to do that. And then there's all these other, you know, like reminiscing videos. I have other unboxings that, you know, I kind of need to do. And like, you know, I have content planned and stuff. It's not like I'm sitting here, I don't know what videos to do. I have an entire list that's literally filled out like a calendar with the specific content naming and what needs to be uploaded for that month. So I already know, like, from a bird's eye perspective, everything that needs to be uploaded in the entire year. Obviously some things change here and there, but most of the time it's just about sticking to a schedule. But getting in front of a mic like this and you know, writing down like the scripts for like the reminiscing video, like the work involved, I find if I'm not in the right headspace, it's very, very, very difficult for me to do, and I have not been in the right headspace. So it's just a really unfortunate, and this is like a global thing as well, you know. Everyone, the entire world's going through a really challenging time right now. I said this before, I think, but 2020's, for me, this entire decade has just been an absolute shit show, like from the start, right? You got COVID, and then you moved into economical downturn, and then there was the rise of AI and that disrupting everything, and then you got war going on while economical downturn was you know, being constant. And now, you know, it's not over. Like, here we are in 2026. We got in the United States, it's election year coming up in a couple years. So it's just going to be like everyone's like at each other's throats. So it's good to have stuff like, you know, and even gaming has been, you know, it's exciting to get hyped about all this stuff. But you know, even all that is affecting the industry. We've seen studios close and all that stuff, and games being canceled. So, you know, you gotta just focus on the positive as best as you can, and when it is affecting you, you know, I'm a believer in just taking some time away, you know, for yourself, and I don't want to force myself to create content that is sort of like you feel like I'm just phoning it in. You know, I used to do that before. I did that back in like 2018, you know, 2017, where it's like I was not in a good place back then, and I was still like forcing content out the door. And you really could see that, like you could just see my heart wasn't in it, and I think the quality really suffered there. So rather than just repeat those same mistakes, I'm sort of taking a bit of a hiatus, you know, a bit of time off, but you know, believe me, I want to get back into it. I'm trying to just find a stable time and mood to be able to do that. That could be sooner rather than later. I just don't know. I don't want to commit to anything. But I don't have any plans to stop doing YouTube. Nor do I have any plans to do YouTube full time either. So just bear with me, as you guys have been. I'm hoping Gears of War E-Day comes to PlayStation, Brett said. You know, it's funny because I saw Jeff Grubb was in an interview saying it's not coming to PlayStation. It was, but it was, you know, they stopped that under this new leadership thing, because it's interesting. Sharma was talking about how there needs to be how exclusives are important, and that they are looking to basically see if they will return to that similar, I guess, the model before they start releasing on PlayStation. I don't think they would ever stop releasing on PC, because Xbox and, you know, PC, it's uniform, right? It's combined now. So I think all Xbox console games, whatever you want to call them, they'll always come to PC. But you know, I saw Jeff Grubb mention that. But then I also saw something last night that was like, oh, the first pre-orders went live for Gears of War E-Day, and apparently there was PlayStation, you know, listed on the platforms. So I guess we'll know for sure today. I have no interest in playing, like, continuing to get any games on my Series X, and it's not because of Xbox or whatever. It's just because I got a PS5 Pro, like. There's just no, like, I don't care. You know, if I'm getting a game for my Xbox Series X, I'm going to buy it on PC, and I will literally wait however many years it takes me to actually get another gaming computer. Like, I just don't care to get these games on Xbox. And really, my Xbox has been primarily used to play 360 games, you know, for the reminiscing videos. That's what I'm using my Series X for. I've not really played any. I played Pentiment on it, and that was like the newest game, but you know, I'm not really getting any new games for the system, and I'll wait for them to be released on PlayStation, or I'll just get them on PC and then wait X amount of years to play them when I have a capable gaming computer. Oh, hello to Tyler. I got a new 4K TV for Christmas. Oh, congratulations. What'd you get? I'm gonna guess it's TCL. And TCL's a great brand, but I'm guessing that because in terms of value for what you get for the money, they're one of the best out there. Or Samsung. I'll guess TCL first, Samsung second. I hope it's the game after game formats. Oh yeah, like minimum talking and stuff. I mean, Sony kind of did that with the State of Play, and Microsoft has been doing that. I wonder if we'll get, again, any sort of quips or conversation from Asha Sharma talking about just the future. I'm sure, you know, she'll come up and we'll see her, but, you know, we might see a change in tone with this presentation. And, you know, I was thinking about it because there was a lot of concern over her background coming from the AI space, leading now a game company, and she had no direct games experience. But, you know, I liked Phil Spencer in terms of, I guess, his messaging. His leadership was really awesome in the beginning when he kind of turned Xbox One around. I still to this day believe that he is the reason Xbox One was even remotely successful at all. You know, because that that time period was just brutal for Microsoft, and they still to this day haven't really recovered. But, you know, over the course of the past few years, especially leading in the Series X, when Halo was, you know, originally a launch title and then was delayed like a whole year, and just a lot of other decisions, it was like, okay, we kind of need new direction. So I'm a bit more optimistic, you know, and I welcome some disruptive change. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but you know, if it's disruptive change, I think that's probably what is needed here for the leadership at Microsoft. So we'll just have to wait and see. A lot of surprises, strong start, strong middle, strong end, and just strong overall. Yeah, that'd be awesome. What's going on? We still have 40 seconds left. Thank you. Oh, it's their 25th anniversary coming up at the end of November, right? I didn't even realize that. Yeah, the original Xbox was 2001, November 2001. Damn. Hello, Cell. Good morning and happy 10th anniversary of the Mirror's Edge Catalyst. It is the day, isn't it? I would have loved to have had something planned. Kind of crazy, but yeah. Thank you for mentioning that, because it just completely crossed my mind. All right, guys, here we go. Xbox Game Showcase 2026. Damn.
This is the Coalition Emergency Broadcast System.
Opening with Gears.
There are reports of multiple tremors causing minor damage across Kelowna.
I'm expecting the most performant Unreal Engine game to date.
Don't let him surround you.
There should be more guns in the trunk.
Here, strap these on.
This is gonna be interesting because it's like the whole event's leading up to it.
We should still head to the police station.
It'd be great if this game ends with Marcus being kind of, you know, thrown in prison.
Okay.
Look at this. This looks good.
Move and watch for civilians.
It's a different, like... It's a whole different visual style.
Ground's opening.
Let me know if I need to adjust the volume, guys. And if everything's smooth on stream. Oh, I like the new reloading animation. That's kind of cool.
You see that? There's something big! Like huge crab figures picking up through the street!
Just the adrenaline kid. We need to keep moving through the underpass.
Let's get moving.
Let me see what I can do.
It's got really interesting style. It's like a futuristic 1970s. Like,
More tremors.
really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing Resonance and Valor Mortis for the showcase. Yeah. A lot of potential to show off a lot of cool things.
Target surface. Open fire.
Oh, nice animation work.
These are goddamn breach points.
Reloading. Cover me.
It's very smooth. not just talk about the frame rate, but like the animation work and how they blend together.
That gear said they're stuck in a
Very,
man
very
safe.
smooth.
Which way?
It's on the other side of those apartments. At least that thing carved us a shortcut.
And what's interesting about this particular location is we haven't really seen more urban stuff from Gears. It's always been, you know, destroyed by the time you got to those places. So it'll be interesting to see what life was like before all this shit went down. Or I guess when all this shit went down.
Nice shot.
Was that one of the car mines?
We heard your distress call.
Well, you saved my ass. But we need to make ourselves scarce. These fuckers keep pouring in every few minutes.
More trappers, watch!
Right on.
It's a cool style. I really like it.
Yeah. Who are you?
Private, what the matter?
Where's your squad?
These kids took out one squadron a couple of hours ago. We were into protecting some survivors nearby. I was about to get back when I got cornered in here.
Nice.
These things been coming in waves?
It's cool to see Gears of War characters wearing actual clothes. Or regular clothes, yeah. I guess it's an interesting point. They've always been in the body armor. So I imagine there has to be co-op as well, because that's always been a staple with this franchise. You can play with your friends, seamless co-op.
Reloading.
Wow. Being able to jump up on top and vault over things?
Contact front!
Much more agile.
Pick 'em off.
On your right, brother! I got it!
Jams. Damn it.
Ooh.
Tom.
Nice.
Our roads converge again.
Who is that?
Marcus Phoenix.
Oh wait, is that the dude from Gears 2? Is that the dude from Gears 2? I forgot his name. Oh, this looks wonderful. That looks really good. It's like a really different style, you know. You're fighting in you got like this older kind of 1970s kind of world, you know, design wise, and it's a much more
Welcome to the
smoother,
Xbox
more
Game
agile,
Showcase. For the past
like
25
movement
years,
and combat
Xbox has
system.
delivered some of
It
the
looks really,
greatest
really
games
good.
of all time. Games that changed what was possible. Games that brought players together, and games that defined generations.
I like that.
Xbox was built on the spirit of
In
creativity
October.
and heart. And as we kick off the show with Gears of War E-Day, it's only fitting that as we return to Xbox, we return to Gears. So today, we're announcing that Gears of War E-Day will be an Xbox console exclusive.
Whoa.
The core of Xbox is great games, and that's what today is all about.
Xbox
We're going to show you
console
more than 25
exclusive.
titles from creators around the world. Followed by
So
our
it's
Gears
not
Direct.
coming to PlayStation,
Enjoy the show.
but it still has to be coming to PC. The way she said that, like Xbox console exclusive. I just need her to clarify. So okay, so no PlayStation release on that.
Do I remember the moment?
Looks like I'm getting it on PC, and I won't be playing it for a little while. Dude, what is this? This looks great.
Death with seawater and mud and manure. Whilst holding onto my.
She looks familiar.
I remember her fingers gripped so tightly.
She
in
looks
mine
like,
that her nails drew blood.
She looks like, what's her name?
Until
From Mission Impossible, the latest Mission Impossibles. I forgot the actress's name.
I lost her.
And she did Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider anime. Haley Atwell. She looks like Haley Atwell. This is Fable?
Does stick in the memory bit, yeah. I know why you're here. You want to talk about them. They're not real heroes.
You ever seen a legend in the flesh?
All that power, how do they use it? Killing mindless beasts. Fighting petty villains. None of that matters.
Look what the guild shut out.
A real hero knows how to wield power. Don't waste time on trivialities.
You're back. And dressed like a twat.
Got more important things to worry about than vegetables.
A hero knows how to live with their choices.
Oi! What the fuck was that?
Well, I was just...
Just sent my brother into the infinite fucking abyss without even asking permission.
Remorse. Remorse is for the guilty.
This is a much darker trailer than the other stuff we've seen, which has been more comedic.
Albion is broken, and I'm going to mend it. Albion doesn't need heroes. It needs a hero.
You're a monster.
And that hero
Is she the main villain?
is me.
I guess so. That looked really like it looked a lot darker. It kind of threw me off guard because of that. The introduction. We've seen a lot of comedic stuff. You know, that still looks really good, but it had like a certain tone to it. February 23rd. But yeah, that was a much darker trailer. That actually gives me a lot of hope that, you know, they're able to land like a serious narrative with it. That looks good too. Halo. Halo.
You heard the story.
What?
Halo.
Oh, the remake of Halo 1. Yeah.
Stuff of legends.
We already seen like a ton of gameplay of this.
But that's not the story I'm telling today.
So maybe we'll get a release date.
This one, you haven't heard.
Will it be on the
I've started
anniversary
simple enough.
for
Drop
Xbox?
in,
It would be the
grab
anniversary of
good.
Halo.
Get out before anyone noticed. Well, guess what? They noticed.
I just hope it's a better remake than the remaster, you know, which I played and I did review the Halo, you know,
Now you
anniversary.
ready to get to it?
I thought it was fine.
You serve
I know
long
not
enough.
everyone loved the visuals.
You learn
Look at
to
this.
read the battlefield. This place, more of a freak show. And trust me, I know freaky.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far, Demon?
Sorry to interrupt,
This is
but we're on the clock.
This looks
Then your
different.
simple jobs
What is this? Is this a
They always
multiplayer
get
thing?
complicated. Plans change. Odds get worse. My advice: bring a Spartan.
He looks like Steve Harvey. I mean, that's how he always looked. What's this? Is the remake? They're like adding all this shit to it. You have aerial fights. Yeah, this is the remake. Wow.
Chief, you ever get tired of being the strong, almost silent type?
No.
July. Ooh, that's really soon. Okay, next month, guys. That looks crazy. It looks like they added so much. Like, it's not just Halo 1. Like, you got actual new combat missions. This looks like Resonance. Yeah. Plague Tale Resonance.
There's something on this island.
That looks really crazy.
It's like it calls to me. You and my father found that island thanks to me.
There's more to this than you understand. More than you can handle.
I've proven myself.
So this should be... Yeah. I was gonna say, like, there's no reason for it to be a stealth game anymore because she's, like, a capable fighter. So look at this. Free-flowing combat?
Look at this place. It's mad.
It's gonna be like a stealth action game set in this universe. This is good.
Where are the others? This was dead, Lenny. They're all dead. Move.
But you couldn't have said, "Hey, Lenny, you know those ancient death curse rumors? Well, maybe they're true. Sit in."
And I don't think there's any rats because if I remember correctly, it was her first time. Or maybe there will be. I'm trying to remember Requiem. Wasn't it her first time? And by the way, that's August, so that's really coming soon as well. Wasn't it her first time seeing the rats in Requiem? I'm trying to remember because it's been like years. But anyway, that looks really good. It's a different style of game set in that universe. More combat focused. And a lot of set pieces. So yeah, looking forward to that. August 27th, man. I wonder if Arnaud will be in this too. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if they had history before.
Whatever's going on,
I liked his character.
We're getting to the bottom of it.
Requiem was just kind of crazy. It's a really dark game, but really took me by surprise. And I loved the first game. I was one of those people championing Innocence when it came out in 2019, and like no one played it. I was like, you guys need to play this.
Good times never seem to last long, do they?
I hate you, sneaky, stupid
We got some Persona love for Tyler. Yeah.
Come on, don't call me that.
All shadows were originally.
I still never played or tried this franchise. It's always been daunting to me because everyone has always said that it takes like 100+ hours, and it's also turn-based combat, which is very iffy. Although the last few turn-based games I have played, I have enjoyed.
Alright, which means that we also gotta catch whoever's tossing people in here.
I think I'd like to help too. I'm not running away from this.
Well, but I have no problem taking down shadows. It's over.
So yeah, I'll be counting on you, partner. Then let's team up and catch this jerk.
Let's end it. Here, go.
Persona 4 Revival. Oh, February 18th. Everyone's going targeting February next year. We got September and we got February. A lot of Game Pass titles too. They're trying to, you know, get value back into Game Pass. In-game footage, huh? There's a State of Decay. Undead Labs. Is it State of Decay? Yeah, State of Decay 3.
Used to argue about what ended the world.
Another franchise I never tried. Although it's geared towards multiplayer more, isn't it?
Something worse. Started in quiet towns, empty roads, places the world forgot.
Big guy's not going down.
Guys, I found a nest. These survivors found each other, built walls, pushed back against the night. We'll always have each other's back.
Haven't people been waiting for this for a long time, by the way? I feel like they've been trying to show off this game for like years.
The dead aren't just wandering anymore. They hunt. In the end, it doesn't matter what you believe. What matters is that when the dead come through the dark, so do we.
It's yeah, State of Decay 3. Yeah, isn't it more of a multiplayer thing though, or a cooperative thing coming 2027? That was always my understanding of it. Hey, State of Decay is still coming to PlayStation, it said. Anyway, that's my understanding of it. That's more of a multiplayer thing, but I don't know. Never played it.
There have been plenty of grand
Sea of Thieves.
But what if you could make your own Sea of Thieves experience? With our new free update, Custom Seas, you can. Let me explain. You could create new ways to play. Like Rowboat Royale, where small but bloodthirsty crews duke it out in a furious battle to the death. Just remember to watch out for explosive barrels. Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Or Skeleton Snipe Hunt, where the sharpest shooter with the highest score wins. Or maybe you just want to spawn this, and these, and one of those, and absolutely loads of these, and, well, you get the idea. You could create a cinematic masterpiece.
I always get sad thinking about what Rare could be doing and what they actually
or maybe just show
are
the world
doing.
From a whole new perspective. Or you could even just create a place to hang.
I wish, or I just hope that one day, you know, Rare can create like a serious shooter
Maybe
again.
one somewhere you can just kick back and relax. Whatever your piratical pursuits may be.
Man, I'm still really upset that Perfect Dark got cancelled.
There's a whole new world of possibility ready to explore.
I feel like it wouldn't have.
Creativity.
I feel like it wouldn't have gotten cancelled if Phil Spencer was just outed a bit earlier than he was. But that was just like, why? Like, what the fuck, man? Game, you know, you're showing off this game, you're taking it, it's like it's been in development for years. They show it off, and finally they got a direction, and they're going forward with it. And then right after you show it off for the first time, you're just like, it's canceled. This is Metro, by the way. just like, yeah, exactly. It's such a waste. And it looked literally like my dream game.
Your name.
Which makes it even worse. Any game with fucking parkour elements, any game that tries to emulate Mirror's Edge in the AAA space, gets fucking canceled. It happened with Prey 2, and it happened with Perfect Dark. Like, it's just ridiculous. We cannot get these games out. If there's free-flowing, you know, free-running parkour movement, it's like a virus or a curse. I don't know. Anyway, let's get excited for Metro. I was kind of like, really? Like, to bring it back Metro? Like, to me, because I felt like Exodus was like a perfect ending, but this is a new... Apparently, this is based off a different character, series of books. It's, like, new. Yeah, man, this looks great.
But darkness consumes you. Spreads like a plague. Eats you from within. Every step and every move drowns you deeper in lies.
Oh my god.
Your lies, and now
I love the physics there.
that legendary Spartan is gone. Turned to ash. I won't stop until the Führer burns with him.
That looks really good. I like the tight spaces. Super detailed. February. Everything's in February. February or September. It's either 2 months or a couple months before GTA 6 or a couple months after. That's hilarious. Anyway, that looks fantastic. I'm excited to get back into the Metro universe. I would love to actually replay the games again, especially Exodus. That's been, you know, upgraded with more ray tracing and things like that. That'd be great to play the game with significantly better visuals. But I was still very impressed with what they were able to do with when I played Exodus on the Xbox One X. It blew me away. Because they got like native 4K, and yeah, it was 30 FPS, but it was a smooth 30 FPS. But it was native 4K. I was like, oh my god! And still to this day, I was like, that's probably one of the best. Next to Red Dead Redemption 2, that was probably one of the best looking games I've seen on that console. Was Metro Exodus. It just looks crazy. The soundtrack for Exodus was awesome. Yeah. I like the whole concept, like I thought they did a good job with, you know, giving you this sort of hub world to explore and play around with. I thought it just meshed with the gameplay very well. This 2039 looks a lot more like old school Metro. You know, more closed in spaces, kind of level by level. At least that's what the trailer kind of looks like. Perhaps there's different approaches to combat. What is this? It looks like Neo. Well, it's definitely Koei Tecmo. I could tell immediately it was Koei Tecmo.
Pursuit of the elixir of immortality. A champion rises, destined to quell the chaos of this senseless cycle.
What is this? Is this a Wo Long sequel? I played Wo Long, you know, and it was good. Even though, you know, its combat system was different because it's all about parrying. But this could be a Wo Long sequel. I'd be surprised, honestly. But this studio's output is a bit crazy.
Phoenix.
It is! Wow! I never thought that... I just never imagined we'd get a sequel to Wo Long, really. All these other spin-offs that these studios are doing.
Who set the Red Cliffs ablaze?
I guess it would run off the updated, Neo engine. So, Wo Long 2, Wings of Ember. 2027, early 2027. You know what that means? February.
You're ready for the challenge and the reward of opening your very own cult.
Nothing can beat us, nothing can break us, nothing can shock us, nothing can shake us. I know it's nothing.
You'll be going to beautiful Bedford County, USA. Teaming with locals waiting to join our family.
You scare me? You don't scare me.
You better reevaluate your life choices.
You pissed off a random person on the street. You want a trophy?
Even if they don't know it yet.
This looks absolutely ridiculous. Have I played Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005? I have, and I've done a reminiscing video on it. It's quite good. And I did play it back in the day, although not much, because for some reason, I remember my aunt gifted it to me for like my birthday or something, and they got me the PC version. And I didn't have a gaming PC. I only had a PlayStation 2. And I think I tried to run it later when I got my first desktop, which I got like a year or two later. It was an HP desktop, and I put an NVIDIA 9500 GT in it. And I think I played the game for a bit during, back when I did that. But I did get the 360 version. Oh shit! DLC? Would they really do another game? Isn't it kind of soon? I guess not. Anyway, check out my reminiscing video if you want my full thoughts.
And some binds cannot be broken.
What is this? Because I still haven't played Senua's Saga. Senua's Saga Redux. It's like, oh, we added combat. We added some gameplay so people would stop complaining.
Accept what waits for you.
Senua. It's just called Senua? Is it really a new Hellblade? Wow. It's a whole new game. Just Senua, though. Interesting. Okay. So I have not played Senua's Saga. I know a lot of people complained and were bashing it because it's like... People said it's barely a game. It's even less playable in terms of like gameplay moments than the first one. But that looks interesting, and they're showing off a lot of combat, so perhaps it's much more combat focused. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't really expect that. Wow.
Hey, life's pretty swell, but in this Appalachian wonderland, all is not well.
I remember when I got Far Cry 3 for Christmas, I was so excited. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was something exciting and awesome for my PS4. So, did you play the remaster then? Far Cry 3 when it came out, I remember I was so excited as well. But I like rushed home from work. It was like driving home like in a rush. And I was playing it on PC back then.
70s. Oh dear.
I remember I almost bought a new GPU just for the game because I was like so afraid it wouldn't run. And back then I had a GTX 560 Ti and a at that time the GTX 600 series just came out. All right, Fallout 76 updates. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you own it. So was a PS3 then. It really was a like visually and conceptually a next gen game at the time. Look, we got some Doom. Haven't played this yet either, but looking forward to it. The last few years of that generation was really, you know, the games were really teetering on next gen.
The council has chosen. Beneath this chamber will be your tomb.
Not used to seeing Doom Guy's face all the time.
This place is your pain given shape. It holds many secrets. Only a cleansed soul may leave. I am not your enemy. I am your way out.
We get an expansion for this with some spear gameplay. Abandon the shield.
With the Slayer gone, have you not found peace? The demons, they have retreated. Their war is with him.
Maybe it's not, I guess it's not Doom Guy. I haven't played, the Dark Ages or whatever it is, so I don't know anything about the narrative. Oh, look at this, that's cool.
The Slayer is alive, and we're going to find him.
Yeah, so I guess it's a DLC expansion, Revelations. I wonder if it takes place after the campaign then. Really interesting. Coming in July, huh? July 7th, very soon. Oh, you got it when you pre-ordered Far Cry 5. Oh. I know that they remastered Far Cry 3. Well, what it really was just a PC port on the PS4. But, interesting. Watch Dogs 2. No. Oh, is this Crazy Taxi? It is! Hey, we were wondering if we were going to see this. Oh, this looks great! It's still got that kind of cartoonish art style, but very realistic lighting. Oh, this looks awesome. Crazy Taxi, the remake, World Tour. Next year. Alright. That's exciting. We were wondering if we were going to see that. It looks great. Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Oh my god! Oh, that's gorgeous! It's a transparent console, and it's in the green. Oh my god, that's gonna be like $1,000. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Fuck, I can't justify buying that. I can't justify buying that based on aesthetics. That looks incredible though. Wow, that's beautiful, man. Oh, it's gonna be like $1,000 though. You know it is. The fucking Xbox is like $700 or even more, so they're gonna charge like PS5 Pro price. I can't justify that, but it looks really cool.
We know the bite of cold steel. The roar of fire.
Damn.
That consume
No price shown? Of course not. You know, it's completely deflate your excitement if they're like $900. But you know it's gonna be. You know it's gonna be crazy. And then imagine the resellers who are gonna try and sell it on eBay for like $3,000 for a 6-year-old console going on 7 at the end of the generation when Microsoft's like trying to move on to their next system. Ugh, that looks really good though. Wow, that's even like more beautiful than the other one that they released with the Galaxy themed. And I thought that was a really nice, you know, subtle design choice. But man, you don't really see special edition consoles anymore. It used to be so prominent, and this generation's just been like nothing. It's a gorgeous system. Minecraft. It's Minecraft. Dungeons 2. Also coming in September. Xbox is my age, 25. Oh, really? That is really cool. Man, that's a gorgeous console, man. You just know it's going to be crazy expensive, and you know all the scalpers are going to buy it, and they're all going to like resell it for the most like unfair, unhinged prices. Man, that is beautiful. I can't justify it though, and it's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, admirers of the mysteries of magic.
Uppercuts.
Take your seats before the lights go down and the curtain rises.
Crazy Taxi World Tour will have many locations around the world. Global adventure. So it's not really a straight up remake. It's kind of like a rebirth, like a reimagining.
Are you prepared to
It's effectively a new game, is what you're telling me. A modern iteration.
watch closely then, and let the shadows tell their story. Behold, the famous Jacob Menturo, stage magician extraordinaire. So brilliant were his tricks, it cast 5 long shadows behind him. They called themselves Masters. Through a deal with the devil, the Masters sought yet more power. Their deal demanded a sacrifice, and in the darkness, they chose Jacob. Jacob was trapped in eternal torment, but the devil had Jacob from his infernal nightmare and offered a new deal. Face their legions, their tricks, every abomination.
The characters really remind me of Dishonored, but we know what happened with that.
Escape.
BioShock, doesn't look like BioShock. What happened with Judas? We didn't get anything about with Judas. From Ken Levine's
That's your cue.
team.
Run.
What is this? And does it actually look like this? Are we going to be using first-person magic to, like... Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Different. Very cool. Magicians, the Devil's Deal. Okay.
A deal's a deal, Jacob. I'll see you soon.
That looked really interesting. Very different. Using magic and stuff like that to, like, dispel demons, I suppose. And it's got this really cool art direction. I'm down. That looked really good. In-game footage and cinematics. Oh, is this Valor Mortis?
Your life, the lives of your sons.
Yeah, Valor Mortis? Okay. We saw the trailer already, but it'd be nice to get a bit more in terms of gameplay. Or we saw the gameplay trailer, the introduction. But
what if you had within you
be nice to get a bit more sort of uninterrupted footage.
to destroy your enemies, break their will? Would you have the strength, the resolve to wield it?
Nice. Ooh.
If destiny was there, within reach, could you sacrifice everything?
Oh, it's got some agile platforming. Look at that. Oh, that's cool.
For your country. For your empire. For your emperor.
Nice. September? Vincent Cassel as Napoleon. I'm not familiar with him. It's September! I called it, man. September. Souls like Mirror's Edge, be like it. Yeah, I know it's a first person Souls like. That's the concept behind it, but it's got this colonial, art direction that kind of sets it apart. Anyway, it looks really good.
What is it you're after?
Another game to drown yourself in September for.
But we've been watching you. You've got talent and a lot of
You know what's
promise.
hilarious? That Barbie game that was mentioned yesterday. I think, Tyler, you mentioned that Barbie game. That is the only game coming out literally a week after GTA 6. The only other game in November is the Barbie collection.
Our members will show you the ropes. This job is going
The
to
only
need
other
every
game,
trick in the
man.
book.
Yeah, Barbie Rewind. Its release date is November, and it's I believe it's like a week after GTA 6. They're like the only ones. And you know why?
Some jobs
Because
offer
the
slick
audience is
discretion and
completely different.
but you never truly know what's behind a door.
The girls buying the Barbie games and the parents buying the Barbie games for their children are not the same people who are playing GTA 6. And they're like the only ones that can afford to do
There's
it.
treasure all around the world.
It's absolutely
If you know where to
hilarious.
look,
Like I
you're
said,
willing to fight
I want Rockstar just to say, Yeah, we're gonna delay GTA 6 to, you know, April, May. Just needs more polish, but delay it in September. Like, imagine mid-September comes along, and then Rockstar is like, yeah, we just need a couple more months. Sorry. And all these game companies are just sitting there, just like, oh my god. I just want them to completely troll the industry and do that. That'd be absolutely hilarious. I heard about the Godzilla game dropping. Is that true? The Godzilla, whatever the mouthful of a title it's called, that's coming out in November. No one did this for GTA 5, and no one, I guess GTA 4, the only other thing that came out that same month was Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. But, like, no one, you know, no one was, like, absolutely terrified. It's just funny to me. I guess it's because gaming's gotten a lot larger, and so you have, especially an increase in the casual audience, like the people who just don't really play games. They just play a game or two a year. But everyone, you know, Grand Theft Auto appeals to everyone. You got teenagers playing it, the young adults, you got older people who, like, the people who only play the sports games are gonna play Grand Theft Auto. So it's just like, it's just a complete disruption in the entire industry. Anyway, I just want them to delay it in September. I think that would be perfect. Flight Simulator 2024 update. Barbie Rewind having that much aura, Loki makes me want to play it. I just think it's great. Like, and it's getting a full physical release, you know, and everything like that. So you get like 16 games. It's something fucking crazy. You get like 16 games. And I mean, I don't know, but like, talk about a variety pack.
The wind passes.
Is this Where Winds Meets? Are we getting Where Winds Meets on Xbox? Yeah. Is this an Xbox release? Because is it only on PlayStation? Or it's on PC, I know, but it's not on Xbox yet? I thought this game was single player this whole entire time, and then when the game came out, I realized, I was like, oh, this is a free-to-play multiplayer thing. But everyone has said to me, like, you can basically play it effectively by yourself like a single-player game, and it's still really good. So I don't know.
Beneath every mechanism, the true game lies in the human heart.
I took it off my playlist, but maybe in time. I added it to my library, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be something to try out for a stream. There's a couple of demos I gotta play now. I downloaded the Onimusha demo. I downloaded the Screamer demo. Screamer's already out, I know. And then there's the 1666 Amsterdam demo, and there's a couple of other demos for like the smaller games. But demos, there's a lot of demos right now. So GTA 7 is probably 2037, 2040. Oh, that's early. You think you waited a long time for GTA 6? You're gonna wait a hell of a lot longer. You're gonna wait a lifetime for Grand Theft Auto 7. And I think GTA 7 will be,
No one believed me when I said the newest Belmont.
Whatchamacallit. It'll be back to New York. Liberty City. I think they're going to go back to Liberty City for Grand Theft Auto 7. In fact, we might get a GTA 4 remake / remaster before that.
Use it wisely to better control your curse and strengthen yourself.
Although I have to say that I like what the modding community is doing with GTA 4 RTX. If you've seen footage of that, it looks phenomenal.
You are no more than irritating.
So I almost feel like Rockstar's work is done for them already.
I've always wanted a pet Belmont.
We'll see. This is Castlevania?
I will show you what hell is.
I am Rose Belmont, and I will hunt the night.
October 1st. 15th. Okay. Castlevania Belmont's Curse. Alright. Looks good. Never got really into the older school Castlevania games. It was a bit before my time. I'd like to play Symphony of the Night, though.
A haze that seems to fill the whole world.
Interesting art style.
In its glow,
Very interesting art style.
wonderful new places. Dear friends you always needed. And golden moments which linger on the warm breeze. As you live your days as dreams.
Sprout quickly, little tree, but can this small world contain you? That looked very different. Yeah, like very like old school Studio Ghibli. That looked really good. Very interesting, and
World premiere.
man, just nailed the art direction there. I'm gonna check that one out later. Atlas. What is it? P6? Persona 6? Whoa. That did not even that didn't even occur to me that that's what that was. Has that been rumored, Tyler? Like for like a long time? It's kind of crazy. Much darker. I'm turning on the fans. Let me know if it gets too annoying for the mic here. Persona 6 got rumored for a while, but there was not a teaser. Wait, Persona 6 got rumored for a while. That was not a teaser I expected. Oh, I see. Spyro, this is... Are you getting a new... We got a new Crash game, so... Are we actually going to get a new Spyro game? I think so. Wow. Who would have ever thought that these games would come back? Dude, Spyro was my favorite game on the original PlayStation. Like, no lie, like I liked it more than Crash. You know, and I didn't care more about, or I didn't care for like the other stuff. as much, but Spyro was like my jam. This is like interesting. A Realm Beyond. Yeah, so it's like, it's just interesting to see all these games come back, man. You never would have thought that we'd see these older franchises come to light. It kind of gives you hope that you'll see stuff like Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper return. In-game footage, huh?
It's my kind of night. Alarms are ringing. Bullets are flying.
What you do that for? My fingers slid.
They're finally going to stop milking Persona 5, said Soul of Air. Oh, is this Clockwork Revolution? Because it looks nothing like the other trailers that we've seen.
Let me introduce you to some of my esteemed.
Yeah, I think it is. We get finally a release date for this?
Me, I prefer to make it up as I go.
Morgan! Oh, you'll have better odds getting through without me. Everyone knows you're easy pickings for someone with any sand.
Then give my regards to the Sandman.
Cheap rubbish.
A corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
I don't remember the characters being like this stylized before, but hey, it's been a while.
Not here for me. I'm Anne fucking Jarrow.
Time to lay our hands to mischief.
We've been preparing to rob Griswick's vault for months now.
This game really reminds me of Bioshock Infinite, especially the later half of the game when you're in that production facility. I forgot the name of it.
I am at your service.
What happens if I fired a few holes in you?
The lift is now unlocked.
Ah, defeat. How sad. You were all doing so well.
Do you expect us to go quietly?
Well, I certainly don't expect any trouble from some of Avalon's most disposable citizens.
Hello, frightened human. I can get you out of this. You've just jumped about 25 years back in time. This place, on this day, is ripe for changing the course of history.
So that's our plot line, huh? We get sent back to the past. You have to find a way to resurrect the rebellion and get it to work.
In our favor.
Interesting.
Brought you a little toy with a big mouth.
What a proper little villain.
A better villain than you'll ever be, you decrepit old soak.
The pimp, the plod, the priest. Who do we like the least? Oh, it's different how they do ya. The ways they stick it to ya. And when they're done with chucking it up, oh, downstairs, well, they're all gonna screw you in the end.
Nothing's ever given to folk like us. Especially not the future.
It's a long trailer. Damn.
But this time, we've a chance to steal it. What more could an honest thief ask for?
Well, they're all going to screw you in the end.
Coming September. Coming September or coming February? It's one of those. Don't do time. No. Oh, another one. Wow. Another Xbox console exclusive. That looks really good.
Clockwork Revolution is an original experience full of intriguing characters and incredible world building. And it's an Xbox console exclusive coming in 2027. Thank you so much for joining us today. This
that's
is
the
a
end.
milestone year for
It's only an
us
hour.
as we celebrate
I was expecting
25
like an hour and a
years with
half.
you, and we're excited about our lineup of iconic games. Record-breaking Forza Horizon 6, the return of Master Chief,
So Forza Horizon 6 is still coming to PlayStation. Halo is still coming to PlayStation.
Choice and consequences. Incredible games
Fable
from our partners.
is
It's Sega, 4A
not?
Games, Koei Tecmo, and more. And players can look forward to 2 upcoming exclusives: Gears of War E-Day in 2026,
Only
and
Gears
Clockwork Revolution
and
in
Clockwork.
2027. In a moment, we'll dive into Gears of War E-Day, but before we do, one franchise that has been with us from the beginning is Call of Duty. Now, it's bigger than ever.
Oh, they're gonna
with a
show
new
off Modern Warfare 4?
later this year and a movie on the way. Last month, the teams at Infinity Ward and Activision gave us a glimpse of the story and gameplay. Today, they are back with a first look at DMZ, reimagined in a way that only Call of Duty can deliver.
It's Call of Duty, but meh. Interesting. So only you heard him. Matt was saying it's only Gears and it's Clockwork Revolution, because he would have like specified that, you know, there would have been other console exclusives. So okay, kind of an interesting. I mean, Gears I'm a bit disappointed about not being on PlayStation, because they already released the remake of Gears, Gears Reloaded, on PlayStation, so it's kind of like, why even bother doing that if you're not going to continue the franchise on there? But again, change in direction. I think Gears E-Day was coming to PlayStation if Phil Spencer was still there. But they probably got it early enough where they're like, yeah, let's just focus on Xbox. And I get it. I just will be buying these games on PC and then just waiting until I get a capable gaming computer, I guess. I have like no interest in. I could get it on Xbox and that's fine, but like I have no interest in like. I feel like the visuals would be much better on PC.
Head downstairs real quick. See if there's any weapons securely.
We were already seeing some massive differences with PS5 Pro and some other games.
It's only gonna take 2 seconds.
Okay, so this is DMZ. This looks like single-player gameplay. Oh, never mind.
He's down. Let's go help him. Hell no. That's on him. I told him to get his ass up here. Copy.
They need a winner here. You know, the last couple Call of Duties have just been. I still have not played Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. I have them already. I just have not played them yet. But yeah, it's been like the last like 3 releases have been just really bad. Just really under expectations. I'm liking the way this visually looks. This is a spectator screen. This is interesting. Looks very hyper realistic, but do you really expect people to play like this in a, you know, in a multiplayer environment? Like, this is what you'd be seeing in the camera. It'd be like this, and then jumping everywhere. Like, no one's gonna play like that. You're mad about Gears not being on PS5? I can understand that, you know, especially if you know, no one's gonna buy an Xbox this late just to play Gears. Like, that's not gonna happen. But you know, you kind of expect that. I could see the frustration if you got into Gears with Reloaded, especially coming first to PlayStation, and it's just like, yeah, you know, I want to play the other games, I really enjoyed this, and now Xbox is just like, sorry. Sony kind of did the same thing with PC, right? They just did that as well. Like, they just said, we're not releasing anything on PC anymore. Which is kind of frustrating. And honestly, what I think all this is going to lead into is these companies are eventually going to go back to releasing everything multi-platform again. I think gaming is just way too expensive. It costs too much for development. There's not enough market share on one specific platform, and the PC in particular makes up a significant chunk. But I think for Sony, like, part of Sony's problem is that they're releasing their back catalog of games. You know, they need to release day and date, or at least a couple months after release. It shouldn't have taken you the better part of a year or more to get some of these games. I think that kind of disrupts the hype. But I think eventually they will go back to releasing their games on PC. And I'd expect, you know, well, I don't know if Microsoft will go back to releasing it on PlayStation. That's a different story. This looks good. I just don't expect the game to play like that, because you know how people play Call of Duty. Like, that's the problem. You know how people play this franchise. So I just half expect that you're gonna basically, like, oh yeah, it could potentially play like that, but eventually you're just gonna see people jumping off everywhere and doing crazy, you know, prone drops and play Modern Warfare 4 first on... Wait, it just, like... This is the presentation. Alright. My mouse isn't connected. Hold on. Why did it not connect? Something happened? Hold on. My mouse, like, completely disconnected. Oh, it's up there. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna mute this for a sec. Anyway, overall, this was a really good conference. I actually enjoyed this more than the State of Play from PlayStation. And I enjoyed this more than the Future Games Show as well. A lot of good stuff being shown here. Gears E-Day looks fantastic. Really an interesting change in art style and just time period for the franchise, which I think is really good. Again, as we were just talking about in terms of them releasing it only on Xbox and PC. Yeah, it's definitely obnoxious if you got into Gears with the Reloaded release on PlayStation and, like, you know, you really enjoyed it and you want more of this story. I guess, you know, it's still up in the air if they're going to do a Marcus Phoenix collection. People have been calling for a Marcus Phoenix collection since the Halo Master Chief collection. Like, it's been that long. And I'm very surprised that Microsoft has not done it, especially because the other Gears games, 2, 3, Judgment, are not on PC and other platforms. Those are specifically still stuck on Xbox 360. So I almost feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity for them to, you know, like, in my opinion, they shouldn't have just released the remaster of Gears, you know, basically the remaster of the remaster for the first Gears of War. They should have just done a Gears of War Marcus Phoenix collection and then released that broadly. But, you know, for whatever reason, they didn't do that. The guy that directed the Call of Duty movie, directing Lone Survivor and Deepwater Horizon, yeah, I did read about that. And those were good movies. I enjoyed those. Forza Horizon 6 is the first game I bought that's for Xbox Series X since 2021. And I think that says a lot, you know. For me, you know, it's just like, there's no point in me continuing to buy games on the Xbox Series X when I know the future for Microsoft is PC gaming. They've stated that many times. And also I have you know, I have a PS5 Pro, and I notice, you know, those graphical differences can be quite, you know, massive. You look at stuff like Pragmata that just came out a few, you know, months ago, and like the ray tracing implementation on that. Resident Evil Requiem was another one, you know, where it's like you have a much more massive difference with the ray tracing implementation on the PS5 Pro. And now that PSSR is good, the image quality is just substantially, you know, better. So, you know, I'm just like, to me, it's like, why would I just continue to invest in the Series X when I know eventually I'm going to be back into PC gaming anyway? And I feel this way, honestly, with a lot of games that I'm buying now. Like, I don't even... Like to me, like, I was hesitant. I'm hesitant on picking up a lot of new games, even for the PS5 and those consoles, because I know that for me, like, I'm gonna eventually go back to PC gaming, and I'm not leaving. So I've been buying a lot of older games on Steam and different sales, just to make sure that I have those for posterity. Like my library on Steam, and I Steam family share with 4 or 5 other people. So my Steam library is over 1,100 games right now, and that's across a wide variety of, that's newer releases like 007 First Light, like Jacob bought that, so I have that in the Steam library if I wanted to play it. Resident Evil Requiem, Crimson Desert is on there, but it's also like older titles and stuff. Like I just bought like No More Heroes, and I bought some other games. There's like a handful of other games that I bought, but I'm buying like this back catalog of older titles as well, the stuff that hasn't been delisted yet, because eventually I know that's where I'm gonna be playing most of my games. And honestly, if I'm gonna go back and replay a lot of these games, I'm gonna do so on the PC, where you can enhance it visually with mods. It's gonna run and look better depending on the frame rate and resolution target. As you increase in hardware, you're gonna be able to push these games further. I'm just watching old Marcus and old Dom together. That's just I know we're missing this, but I'm just talking about my thoughts here. Anyway, this was an overall good presentation. I can see the disappointment there. There's a lot of good things coming out, and I liked pretty much everything that I saw, with the exception of only a couple. But it looked really, really, really good. I got the other games on 360. Yeah, they should have done a Marcus Phoenix collection, because that would do really well on PC. Just to at least have those games immortalized, so that they're not stuck on that one particular console. I mean, really, I know if you play the games on Series X, you get 4K 60 FPS, and they're beautiful on the Series X, but that's provided that you have a Series X. And that's what, 30-40 million consoles, of the hundreds of millions of people across all these other platforms. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this presentation though, the E-Day stuff. I guess I can leave it to you guys if you want to watch this on your own, but in any case, I really liked the Xbox Games Showcase. I thought they had a lot of good stuff to show. A lot of surprises, too. A new Senua game? That really took me by surprise. I was not expecting that. There's a couple other things in here, too. Like, actual, major surprises. There's the Senua game. Hold on. Oh, Metro looks fantastic. Fable, the story trailer for Fable that we got with the villain looked awesome. Crazy Taxi looks great. The whole Halo remake is not really a remake. It's a whole completely reimagining of it. And then Gears E-Day, yeah. It was a really good presentation. Here, let's watch this for a bit. Let's just see. Why not?
Downtown core, more modern.
They're showing off some of the different locations. I'm just kind of curious.
Airfield, set at the forest edge with shipyards nearby, the refineries, and supporting working class.
How many of you, I'm curious, how many of you own an Xbox Series X? I just want to gauge in the chat, because I don't have any friends of mine, like anyone, who has an Xbox Series X. I only know 2 people. 2 or 1.
Tight streets mixed with open spaces. Let us rethink how gear moves through the world.
No, 1. I only know one other person, one other friend of mine who has a PlayStation 5. Everyone's on PC. I mean, literally everyone's on PC. By the way, the frame rate is bad in the stream. This isn't my stream. It really is that bad.
We wanted to keep that heaviness, but add more fluidity to how you move through the battlefield. Cover is
do any of you have a Series X or an S? I guess that counts too.
We completely rebuilt our movement and cover systems with smoother transitions and a bigger range of cover heights and shapes, including new low ground.
Yeah, the movement looks fantastic. Huge improvement from the other gears. Much more agile. Looks very responsive.
You can now slide.
Sliding.
Quickly get under objects.
Nice.
Slide around corners. or transition more smoothly into cover from a run. And we added the ability to jump, which really opened up this citywide battle.
That's new too. I love the verticality.
Climbing walls and vehicles, or clearing gaps in crumbling buildings to reach new flanking routes. At the heart of our gameplay is still that great Gears combat puzzle.
You know this game's gonna have a path tracing implementation as well, so I mean that's the other thing. You see how these games look on like 5090s? Some of the path tracing stuff is like you get next gen now for the price, of course. You have to pay for the 5090, but you get next gen visuals now.
You can throw yourself off a balcony, land next to your buddy, and
this is Epic's chance as well to finally show off to everyone that Unreal Engine can be really performance. You know, I guess really show off to the developers. I know I have a few of you who you know, are kind of well versed in the technicalities of game development and stuff, but you know, the optimization of a lot of these games has been lacking on Unreal Engine 5. So to see what this could look like, what Epic could do with this engine, or the Coalition could do with this engine, working with Epic, be kind of curious. Gears 5 on PC, maxed out with RT, looks current gen enough. I have not, well, I played it on Xbox One X, so it did not have any ray tracing. Was it added later on, though? Hamster?
There's a civilian in that building. 4th floor. A Raven crashed in the distance. A group of Gears.
Was the ray tracing there from day one, or was it added later on?
But it's up to you to decide where you offer to help, or how much of the city you choose to explore.
And that city is fully realized. To create a city of this scale and detail, we needed to invest in an entire suite of tools. Tools for roads, intersections, sidewalks, e-holes, buildings, rooftops, and pipes. We have a procedural content generation toolset for scattering millions of pieces of trash and debris across the ground to make Kelowna feel lived in. This is the largest, most complex location you've ever seen in a Gears game.
But the board control is connected to an older antenna. I can reconfigure their radios to reach Afira.
Do it. The remaining Gears will hold the fort.
In other Gears games, the world's basically already dead. There are very few human survivors left. But in E-Day, you're watching a live city.
I just love this style. Look at that, man. Oh, that looks wonderful. Look at this smoke. Wow.
Sporting events and celebrated the possibility of peacetime are now stopped in their tracks. They abandon their cars and run for survival, attempting to find refuge in subways or stores. A glimpse of a child's toy or dinner left uneaten are reminders of what's been lost and the horror of what the locusts have unleashed.
You'll experience the locust decimation at all scales in E-Day through our customized destruction technology. E-holes are back, unleashing waves of enemies from under your feet at any moment.
Throw a grenade in there. I like that they glow red too.
Getting to use E-holes
That's
again as a
nice.
spawn mechanic is brilliant. Locusts can come out of the ground anywhere. You can toss a grenade in to close them up. It just adds this great tactical layer to encounters.
But you'll also encounter massive sinkholes that'll pull down vehicles and entire buildings. And no amount of detail is too small, as micro-destruction goes beyond what we've ever done before with chippable cover across a range of materials.
Nice.
Your impact is real, visceral, and
This is something a lot of people complained about in Gears 4 and 5. Like destruction-wise and in terms of the dynamism in the firefights, it just wasn't there.
Making the after hit that much harder.
I never, you know. To me, I'm just playing the game, so I didn't notice it myself much when I was playing. Them.
You'll walk through city streets filled with smoke and fire, and it feels completely different from how you first experienced it. You start getting this real feeling of the city's a character, and it's really under attack. It's the fall of Kelowna.
E-Day is an intentionally intimate story. There's this colossal event going on in the plot,
but the actual characters and the journey they go on is where you get to explore themes of burden, of loss, and of loyalty. The whole world of Gears is about characters. It's the nightmarish monsters from below.
I hope they really get this storytelling, just like they really nail it down, because that was something that I felt the Coalition wasn't quite able to do with Gears 4, and Gears 5 was better, but Gears 5 felt like it ended with like a missing chapter. They all have like 5 acts, and I think Gears 5 had 4, and it just felt to me like there was an entire epilogue that was like cut from the game. Like at the end of Gears 5, you should have switched to playing Dom and like just went after the fucking bitch, you know? Just I don't want to spoil anything, but it just felt like it just ended. Like a nice to be continued thing. Just
despite his dreams of military glory.
Yeah, Crowcat's still gonna find reasons to complain. Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember those videos. I forgot his name, but you're right. Crowcat made those comparisons. He makes those like all the time, and like in the beginning, there is a point, I think, in terms of like the dynamism and the less interactivity, or the reduction of interactivity in the worlds is definitely, you know, something to take note of. But when you start taking like really good game, like genuinely good games.
Story also
like if you look at like he did one for the Resident Evil 4 remake, I recall, which I thought was very faithful and everyone really loved, and that video kind of like his video kind of highlighted all the reasons why you shouldn't love it, basically. But they were like very cherry picking on some things. I don't know.
Pilot Gil Gettner in game for the very first time.
Let's go and fuck this mess.
Marcus and Dom are absolute legends.
Just play the game, though. You know, like, that's my thing. Just play the game. If it's a problem when you're playing it, like, and you actually notice it, then, you know, it's probably major enough where it's worth noting. But, like, personally, when I'm playing the game, like, I notice the small details, but I'm not too concerned with the absence of them.
The details that really make them who they are.
Yeah, I love these characters. The way they're designed and stuff, just fantastic.
Material and character fidelity in Gears of War E-Day far surpasses anything we've been able to achieve before. Our facial animation systems have been completely upgraded for E-Day, with 3 times more joints and over 350 facial shapes sculpted for each head alone to really represent the emotion in our characters. Marcus has more detail in his eyelashes than his entire character model did in the original Gears of War on Xbox 360.
Isn't that crazy?
Marcus. Sergeant, 26 RTI C Company. Next to kin, Adam Phoenix.
With the amount of layers we have, we've never had fidelity at this scale. Combined with a much more sophisticated animation rig, this allows us to have way more expressive characters with a huge range. From a small smirk to yells on the battlefield.
Come and get some, you goddamn grubs!
Your experience takes on a new intensity. We're pushing the graphical limit with 4K Ultra HD resolution, native HDR10 rendering, hardware ray tracing at 60 frames per second in campaign, and up to 120 frames per second in multiplayer.
When it comes to the Locusts, to make them more believable, we made them scarier. The drones are wild and vicious.
It'd be cool if they can nail like a horror vibe with it. There were parts in Gears of War that actually had that. I remember that lab level was really well done.
Screams so loud it disorients you before they rip you apart.
Yeah, those things.
And the Reavers, they crawl up buildings and rain fire from above. Basically, the whole Locust army, whether new or old, are more intense than ever before.
So what now, Marcus?
We save everyone we can.
This is beautiful art.
Gears of War has never been a horror game,
Oh.
but the world has always felt horrifying.
Oh!
And with E-Day, we lean into that even more. Our new gore system
If you
means
play
damage
both
feels meaty,
games,
responsive,
like
and
Dead
satisfying.
Rising, wait, both games like Dead Rising, Resident Evil 4, or Far Cry that he compares, you start to notice that he's cherry picking. It just reveals how dishonest he is, and he tries to sell fabricated anger. And everyone's looking to be angry today. Hands down, the most successful video game grifter on the internet. What's amazing to me is he doesn't ever commentate at all. But again, I think like in the there are certain points where it's like, okay, you know, the interactivity has actually diminished. I think that is something that's very true. Simulation element is something that is not really as focused on these days. It looks like we're trying to get back to that to some degree. So, and I think that's great, by the way. But you know, especially if you look at games like, if you look at the original Splinter Cell and how you're able to really play with the environment and how the AI reacted to that, you know, that really, to me, like those are elements where, you know, you start to really believe and think differently in terms of how you approach different scenarios. Like, you start to believe that the game is actually reactive and appreciative to what you're doing. And Gabe Newell talked about that a lot, you know, with the philosophy of like Valve games. His whole statement about, like, if I shoot a wall, you know, and the wall's not reacting, I feel like the wall's ignoring me. You know, everyone knows that really funny point he made, but it's like there's a truth to that, right? There's a lack of simulation that has actually happened as we focus on the beauty, like a lot of really nice paint, but you know, it doesn't really interact or behave as realistically as it should. So it's nice to see that we are getting back to that. But yeah, there are, you know, at the same time, you know, a good game is a good game because it's well made, it plays well, and not necessarily because it's the most beautiful or it's the most interactive. Those definitely, if those can matter for gameplay moments, like they do in like Splinter Cell, for instance, where you can play around with the AI in really interesting ways when you're doing things like that within the environment. When you can turn it into interesting gameplay scenarios, I think then that's where the magic happens. Not necessarily just how beautiful, you know, everything is rendered. That doesn't mean I love Splinter Cell, Conviction, and Blacklist any less.
But both are pushed into uncomfortable territory.
You know, it's just a point.
Like dragging a bone saw across a cello.
It's really interesting music too
for
this franchise.
Where the hell are we?
God, the lighting is wonderful there. Look at this, man. Looks like CGI.
Here's the sound design. All chainsaws have voices. When it came to the sound for our Proto-Lancer, it was important to us to track down the exact make and model that was recorded back in 2006, and rebuild it from the ground up using our new sound effects system. This chainsaw has a 14-inch blade with that signature meaty yet intimate sound, and when it revs, you can hear all the gnarly details. In terms of how you'll experience Kelowna, I always think about our acoustic system like this. I'm walking down a street and I hear the sound reflecting off the walls around me. Then I step into an alley and everything immediately tightens. I come back out into a wide space and the sound opens up again, almost like a cathedral. And it's not just those spaces, it's the transitions between them where the magic really happens. That's where things feel alive. That's acoustics in real time.
It really looks different in terms of vibe.
It's a heavy world.
You know, I gotta hand it to them. That was one of my main criticisms with Gears 4, especially Gears 4, because Gears 5 had like this open area, you know, exploration and stuff, and I really like those, that type of agency that they let you play around with in the world. But Gears 4 to me felt like, you know, very uninspired in terms of gameplay moments. They had cool weather systems, but those were like set pieces. Specific moments, you know, and it was a bit more dynamic in Gears 5, but the vibe of this looks different, more like there's a type of restraint and quietness that this franchise never had before. I'm interested to see how they handle the tone.
Classic Gears symmetrical PvP map design with new traversal opportunities. You'll put your skill to the test alongside a seasonal roadmap of killer content, almost all of which you can just earn by playing the game, completing in-game challenges, events, and achievements. And today, we're excited to announce a dynamic new evolution of Gears' iconic PvE mode, Horde Siege. It's a 12-player mode where all 3 squads fight alongside each other to battle the Locust Invasion and defend Kelowna across a range of city-based maps. We'll have more to share soon, and we hope you join us for our open beta weekends later this summer.
We good?
Oh wow,
Sergeant
open beta
Phoenix?
later this summer, okay.
Guess we're back to it.
I was wondering if they were going to have another beta. Alright, well, I'm very excited for this. As someone who, I've always enjoyed Gears, you know, Gears was really one of my very first introductions alongside BioShock to the 7th generation. I was at my friend's house, and he was really into the first Gears, and yeah, we played split screen. And it was like such a, you know, it was like, oh my god, you know, this game looks incredible.
It is such an honor and also a huge responsibility to make sure we deliver on the story of Gears.
It always comes back to the squad. It always comes back to this theme of getting through the absolute shittiest of times with somebody else who constantly has your back. And that's Marcus and Dom's story. The story of the original trilogy. The story of E-Day. And the story I think we can all relate to.
Thanks for pushing through.
I'm curious how they're, you know, if this game and its tone is really successful, I'm curious how they're going to continue with their new trilogy, you know, continue after Gears 5.
The quarter-century anniversary of Xbox. It's almost like a homecoming. It's like returning back to our roots and saying, fuck yeah, we're back. And we have so many more stories to tell. It's an incredible honor and one that we want to make sure that we do right.
I just don't know how to get so much money and free time for all these games. I know, right? I just play about my own pace. I've given up trying to stay current, you know, and honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to play. I had a friend, you know, I was telling him I was behind by like 2 years on game releases, and he's like, dude, why even bother? You're never going to catch up. And I was saying, I don't want to catch up. Like, I don't want to. Because half the time the games come out and they're in need of patches, and, you know, they're a bit glitchy, there's some polishing issues. So by the time I get to play them, they're usually perfect. You know, there's like no issues whatsoever. So, honestly, I've kind of accepted the fact that I'll probably just be behind on releases almost indefinitely, and also I don't mind, because to me, I create content and stuff, but the bulk of my content these days is almost retro, you know, retrospectives, right? The reminiscing videos. And yeah, I'll do some live streams here and there, but I also think it's a bit better because by the time I get to play these games, most of you have actually already played these games. This looks fantastic, by the way. Yeah, most of you have actually already played these games, and you know, you can just kind of sit back and relax and watch me play it at my own pace and see my reactions. So there's not like this kind of balance that people have to do. Like, I don't want to watch someone playing a game that I'm currently playing right now. Like, I'm playing the game myself, you know. I'm not going to watch someone who's ahead of me, you know. I'm experiencing the game for the first time myself. So I almost feel like, you know, there's a bit of an advantage in terms of creating content like that. But, you know, like, half the time the games need in need of patches anyway. You know, they're coming out, and you could tell, like, okay, they're a bit buggy or rough around the edges. Sometimes they're just outright broken, or there's performance issues. And by waiting, it's just you get a more perfect experience. And your first experience, to me at least, is always the most important. You'll never have that again. Your first time is the very first time you experience something is the only time you'll ever be able to experience it that way. In most cases, there's been a couple of times where I've been replaying games from, you know, this older era, and it's been so long that I've just forgotten a lot of things, and it's kind of been really fun to go back and play them, because it's like, oh my god, I completely forgot about this part, you know, and then it brings back really good feelings. Anyhow, yeah, I almost immediately pick up on sequels and prequels. I'm gonna watch the PC Gaming Show with some of my other friends. Came here only because they weren't that much interested in Gears E-Day, really. Yeah, so I'm kind of a PC Gaming Show is the last showcase I'll be streaming, but I've been consistently disappointed with the PC Gaming Show year after year after year. I just want to put it out there. I might just lose patience and just stop. You know, just like be like, all right, guys, I can't take this anymore. Because my issue with the PC Gaming Show isn't like, oh, there isn't much games that I'm interested in. It's the fact that it's like a 2 to 3 hour presentation where it's just like the content of what they're showing. They always like say, oh, we have this big game to show, and then it's like the last thing that they show, and the pacing of it is just so like, it just drags on. Like, it just drags. I have to say, the Xbox, I thought this would be a lot longer. When you just if you cut out the whole Gears of War E-Day presentation that we just watched here, right? It was only an hour long, and they talked for a little bit, and then they showed, you know, gameplay and trailers and stuff like that. It was a really nice, well-paced show. I felt the Summer Games Fest was very well-paced. Lots of heavy-hitting announcements. It was crazy. But the PC Gaming Show, it just drags on, and I do give them feedback every year. They send out like a survey thing, and I'm like, oh, you know, they ask, do you have any feedback? And I always say, your show is too long. It needs to be paced better. It should be no more like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hours at the most, you know, but even that's pushing it. Everyone here is doing hour and a half at, you know, top conferences. So yeah, I would just like to see them be a bit shorter. I don't need 2+ hours of PC, and the PC Gaming Show is completely different today than when it was. When I went to the very first PC Gaming Show, they actually showed some upcoming games, like footage on PC, and now it's just turned into a glorified indie showcase. Like, you know, they should be showing Gears E-Day on PC. They should be showing Onimusha on PC, Ace Combat 8. Like, they should be showing like a bunch of different of these high-profile games coming out, and specifically talking about the PC version and what they're bringing to the table exclusively for that platform. The enhanced ray tracing or path tracing effects, you know, other things. But it's turned into a glorified indie showcase. And we already have many showcases that do that, so I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it'll be better this year. I do as well. I will be back tomorrow though to at least try it out, and maybe I'll just stick with it again, you know, for 2 hours, 2+ hours if it is that long. But it's at noon, and I'm gonna be starving. So I'll be in an extra grumpy mood if I can't get food until like 3 or 4 o'clock. And, you know, I'm gonna be hangry, man. Yeah, Hamster, someone already mentioned, Cell mentioned as well that it's the 10th anniversary to Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm really sorry, I just don't have anything planned. I would have loved to have done something. I should have done something. It's not a great time right now, for me personally, as I've stated many times before. I am doing the best I can, but, it's just distracting. I'm able to jump on a stream here because, like I said, it's sort of in the moment, you know. I don't really have to do any editing and stuff afterwards, but like in terms of the mood of scripting content, getting stuff out and uploaded, yeah, I'm trying. Believe me, I'm not just sitting there saying, oh well, I don't feel like doing, you know, YouTube. Like I want to put out content. I'm just doing, there's just other stuff going on. I'm hoping that things do improve though. very quickly, very, very soon. Regardless, though, I don't want to be jaded and I don't want to act unexcited for like I thought that so far this has been a pretty, you know, decent, if not really good, Summer Games Fest week. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff coming. I was looking at all the releases and all the information that we got, you know, for this past year and all this stuff that's upcoming. You know, especially on Steam, they got a lot of the wishlist stuff up, and I was like, wow. There's a really good variety of things, you know, like the later half of this generation is making up in a big way for the rather lackluster first half, you know. There's actually a lot of cool stuff coming up and some interesting games and some stuff that I wasn't expecting to come, you know, and stuff that just has taken me by surprise. Like there's a lot of stuff to be excited for, like genuinely there's a lot of stuff to be excited for. So, you know, it's cool. It's cool and it's nice to look forward to things. But in any case, yeah, I'm gonna do my best to remain excited because obviously I love this hobby. I'm passionate about this, and you know, doing YouTube and all that stuff and sharing with you guys. I don't want you guys to watch someone who's just kind of, you know, pissed off and annoyed because there's other things going on. Like that's not fair, you know, and that's not indicative of how I really feel anyway. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow at noon for the PC Gaming Show, and that will end off our Summer Games Fest live streams, and, you know, I'll try to get some content up when I can, sort of in between. I can't tell you guys something that is exciting, at least, that I will be doing the week of my birthday. Maybe I can say. I can't really say anything. I'm going to a game studio in a couple of weeks. I can't say anything, though. So that's all I can tell you. I can't tell you what the studio is, but I'm gonna be doing some testing. Anyway, so it's not too dissimilar to what happened 10 years ago. I'll put it that way. It's not too dissimilar to what happened 10 years ago, where I visited another studio and did some cool things. Anyway, I can't talk about it yet, but perhaps in time I will. That might be a video I'll do again. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the PC Gaming Show. Thank you very much.